afternoon, Laura, and hi, everybody. Today I'm with Laura Simon, who is the director of the Delray Beach Downtown Development Authority. And we're going to talk about, I think, my favorite event of the year for 13 years, which is Savor the Avenue. But, you know, we have a lot of newbies in town, Laura, so why don't you explain what this event is?
Wonderful. Well, thanks for having me today. And it is one of our faves here in Delray Beach. And I think, you know, we're starting to be favored amongst many states. We have lots of people that travel to this event because it is so unique. And it's dining under the stars and in the middle of a famed avenue, our Atlantic Avenue. So we have it's a restaurant event, so it highlights our dining scene, our culinary scene here in Delray Beach, specifically downtown. But we're unique to have the pleasure of so many independent restaurateurs that have settled here and chefs that are amazing and their talents to create and serve a 4-course dinner collectively. Orchestrated individually, but in a collective unit to deliver to 1,000 people a beautiful dining experience. And it is
and the main thing is like it's down the middle of Atlantic Avenue,
Yep.
A table that goes for 5 blocks.
Yeah.
Nobody does that. I mean, who does that? And I didn't introduce myself to everybody because I guess I must think I'm famous, but I'm Marie Speed with Boca and Delray magazines, and Laura and I have been a partner on this event for 13 years. And it truly is amazing. There's something magical about everybody sitting down to dinner at that long of a table, and the street, of course, is blocked off, and there's music that you hear, and there's twinkly lights everywhere. Mm-hmm. And the merchants, the restaurateurs decorate the tables.
Right.
Yes. I don't know. There's just nothing like it. And it's, you know, of course, what can the guests expect this year that's different? I mean, from last year, a lot, yes. Right?
Right. So it is a very social experience. So we're lucky on Atlantic Avenue to have that cafe society already. But having that collected with, you know, additional cafe type feeling where it's a one communal table that runs 5 blocks from Swinton Avenue to Federal Highway. We have a railroad in between, but it does, you know, go all the way, span those 5 blocks, which almost is a quarter of a mile. And they are all sitting together and you're sitting amongst strangers, but you then become best friends. And yes, our restaurants definitely do bring out their best on this night to showcase and do a little bit more, some theme. We have quite a few themes this year.
Oh, are there?
Yeah.
Is that a secret, or can you tell us a couple of them?
Well, I've heard there's anywhere from a Wizard of Oz style theme, Havana Nights theme, some of your maybe some decade style themes coming up as well. So a lot of different and fun, engaging scenes that will be happening. So that's when they get their guest involved by wearing different, some guests are asked to wear costumes.
Remember the year they had Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Remember there was a Game of Thrones table and everybody was,
Yep, all decked out in character.
It was great.
It was in character. The best part about it too, Marie, just before I forget, because we're talking about this, but if people really want to see, we started capturing through video and through photography this event probably maybe 10 years ago. So we've got video of each, we do an event recap video, and that's located on our Delray Beach, downtowndelraybeach.com site. So that people want to go check it out and see it. And see the different years and how it's progressed. It's really cool. So,
and this year we're having 14 restaurants, right?
Yeah, we have actually 17 total, but some are combined, such as Racks and Farmhouse combine their menu, Rose's Daughter and Brulee combine their menu and give the best of the best. So you'll see a little bit of that for those that are dining at those individual tables. So it's a reservation style service. So you make a reservation with the restaurant and then you go to where that restaurant's typically located if it's the restaurant's located on the street. Otherwise, your restaurant will specifically tell you where to check in. But it is a strolling style at the beginning. People come down early, they can walk around and check out all the different decor and meet their friends and share some good story and have some nice libations and some fun. The
Yeah.
weather's supposed to be beautiful, thank goodness.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And I just want to mention something you had said that, well, I think this sells out in about a New York minute, literally. So I think there probably aren't any seats left now, or maybe a few. Are there any seats at all?
I did hear, I mean, most everybody did start wait lists because it does sell out, but there are wait lists for each restaurant. And this is the time between now and Monday when people's plans change or someone might get sick, you never know. So it's really important if you are wanting to just to add your name to a wait list or double check, throughout the weekend with the different restaurants, and also go to, we'll try to keep up on our site if something happens. Last year, I remember Vic and Angelo's had a party of 10 cancel at the last minute. And he wasn't able to fill them. So just you can have an option. It might get lucky and get your seat at the table, but our restaurants too are open for business. So you can come down and, still be part of the action and activity, even if you're not sitting right on the double yellow line.
I wanted to reiterate that because there have been years where I've been working at the event like you do, and I haven't been able to dine.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just as much fun to walk around because downtown just feels different.
Right.
I always liken it to sort of a European feeling to me, that big communal table and the lights, it just feels like a different place. So I think you're right. Everybody should come down and see what it's all about and just walk around. The street's closed off and it's a great night to be in downtown Delray.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Vibe.
So this year differently than last year. So last year, due to the pandemic, this was really the first event to happen in our city after everything opened up after the pandemic and restrictions starting to loosen up. We did separate the tables, but this year we are back to one long table. So we, tout this is the nation's longest dining table, which it is. And that's what I know a lot of our restaurants that participate and the people that come really kind of miss that feeling of camaraderie. So we are back to that long table this year. So we're excited.
Yeah, it's a spectacle. It really is. It's a great spectacle. And people have, I think, come from all over the country to see how we do it. It's not easy. And a lot of people, places aren't set up for that kind of event. But this is, again, one of the special things about Delray Beach that just gets better and better. And I think those are all the questions I had for you. I know we have a great charity this year, EJS, right?
Right. Yes.
So I think, it helps underserved youth in myriad ways in Delray.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've all this event every year, we select a different charity to support, mostly in awareness, because, while the funds, there's just a small portion that does go to the charity, which comes directly from the restaurants. And, others can support for sure. I mean, it's a great program and we encourage people to do that, whether it's with service or with donations. But it is, and they'll be on site. So to learn more about them, you'll be able to come. They actually have been volunteering with us. The kids come out after school and help us set up the tables and chairs. So they've been coming out over the years to help volunteer. So this year we're able to actually donate back some funds to them. So that's good news for them. So that is great.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's going to be grand, and I know everybody's going to be really up for it because, we've had the 2-year time warp. And people are just getting out again. So I guess my last, do you have any parting words before we?
Well, I do know that since we have our weatherman back as our host MC this year, he's promised us good weather. So I do know Steve Weagle from WPTV.
I always count on him to make the weather. I don't know about you, but
we didn't have him last year and we had to move it. So I think it's good luck that we get the weather. So he's going to be on site with us and that's great. And our mayor will do our toast and it'll be, it is a tradition for us here in our city to celebrate. And we are a place to, Delray Beach has always been most fun small town in America and a very fun place to be. So we're just happy to be able to do this again. So thank you.
Well, I'm
Thanks for your
glad you
partnership.
are. And I will see you Monday night. And I think everybody who's been listening to us will probably make their way downtown. They'd be crazy not to. And we'll see all of them too.
Awesome. Well, great. We look forward to it. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks, Marie. I appreciate it.
See you soon.
Have a great day.